Not sure if we're back or not. Stream back. Warframe crashed. OBS crashed due to some kind of encoder error while streaming, apparently. Never seen that before. Completely forgot what I was saying.
Observe. This sector belongs to Parvos Grant.
I have to do 3 spies. So.
To the Corpus Administration second.
A long email.
You not at all.
It's just taviacorsair@gmail.com with a number.
Sensitive enemy information.
It's fucking choked on my water, almost died. Ah, fucking Christ. Day of firsts today. Something about Vohm residue? I think just that I was assuming I could go and farm it whenever I want, but it's really reliant on the day-night cycle. My throat is fucking destroyed. Parvos Granum as Parvos Granny. Regularly inhale water or saliva so I can sympathize. I haven't done that for a long time. Then it catches you off guard. Why the hell is this so slow? I don't know what planet I'm on. I guess a mid-level one. Doesn't work. I'm too fast? I don't think so. Pretty sure that thing usually moves at double the clip.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Is the tile redux they've been slow? I thought it was just dependent on what node you're on, right? I think I'm on Venus or something. Low level, but if I go to Pluto, I think it's still quick. I noticed this toggle was quicker than I remember it. Used to have plenty of time to kill the camera and get through on the same rotation.
A clean extraction with no alarms.
Still don't have all the camera locations down. Catch me off guard every now and then. Well, that's a question I had, actually. With the Plague Star, you know, there's the Phylaxis and the Infested Catalyst, right? I remember watching a video that said it's quicker to use just one. Like if you're doing a rep farm, you don't want to be putting both in there. Does anyone know the validity of that? This is a tanky boy. Still a tile with fast lasers, right? It's not gone crazy. I don't remember which one you use, but just one is faster. So it's faster in the long term, right? So it's assuming, say you do 100 runs, you'll get more rep by just doing one, because you can do more runs in the same amount of time. So I think they both give you more rep, but one makes more of the hemocytes spawn, maybe? Just remember their name too. Ooh. Thought this laser here was moving, but no. Skips the main hemo stage, you get 1k rep instead of 3. I think if you put 4 of either in there, it gives you an extra 1000 reps. So you get 1000 base, you put 4 Phylaxis in, gives you 2000 base, you put the 4 of the other one in, and that goes up to 3000. But one, I think one increases the level, and then one gives you more hemocytes. And then one of those just isn't worth it, presumably the hemocyte one. Have to look it up. Because it's not like it takes long to kill the hemocytes.
That's it.
But I guess there is a spawn timer between them all.
But you've gone and pushed it too far. Have you met my pal?
I guess you might have to kill more infested to spawn them too.
Follows me around everywhere. You two have a lot to talk. Get back up and fight, you useless object.
Definitely get 1, maybe get 2.
Time out! Time out! I'm sorry. Too late for mediation. You've escalated this situation way beyond the original reason. I hereby promote
Wasn't expecting to get 3, so that's fine.
and power. Use
Alright, so that's max rank. I think this is pretty good because it has 100% accuracy. Like the projectile itself is pretty slow, but crazy status chance and good accuracy. Maybe a replacement for the
Yes, yes.
Prisma laser?
This was funny for a while, but you can stop now.
That's the one I've already done, right? There's no point going back. Just looked it up, only add Phylaxis. Is that on the wiki? This isn't going to do anything to me now, is it? No. It always catches me off guard seeing my symbol stuck to random things. Anything else to do here? I think so. Read it? Okay. Hemocyte bar fill rate scaled with party size. That's why you always filled the bar faster in solo. Interesting. So this is the one you use. Then you add Phylaxis. Well, I guess we'll start building that as well. Let's just check this weapon, see if it needs another former or not. So I don't have primed Firestorm yet, but that'll still fit. I guess I could put Shred. That's irrelevant because it's heat seeking. So that would just be more fire rate. There's no reason to put that in. We got multi-shot. I guess magazine warp, but I don't know what I would drop for it. Rather fast hands. I was wrong. One buffs the level of the hemo, the other one spawns more hemos. Alright. So I guess the one we don't want is the one that spawns more, because that would slow it down. Does make sense. You still have to do like a 3-minute defense in the middle of it, don't you? Forgot about that. I think this is done. I don't think I need to do that. Just trying to find my list here. Blending in. Hang on. Hardware failure. Warframe detected a problem with your computer. If you're seeing this page, it could be for one of the following reasons. Your CPU or GPU is overclocked. A device driver may be malfunctioning. Your system may have faulty RAM. Your disk might be corrupt or malfunctioning, overheating, power supply problems. CPU and GPU are not overclocked. So I guess it could be, out of all of this, it's most likely to be the driver. Everything's relatively new. I guess it could be the RAM. I think I do have off-brand RAM, so who knows how trustworthy that is. Let's look at what I need here. You upgraded most weapons, time to upgrade your computer. I upgraded it last year. I've got a 3080 and the equivalent processor. Spent about $5 grand on it total. Don't remember what the specs are, however. What am I looking up here? Anti-gen. Yeah, what's the issue? I don't know. They gave me a list of things it could be. So I want the Iranon here, which needs fast residue, and dendrite blastoma. A little notepad out. Fast residue, dendrite blastoma. Dendrite blastoma. I mean, what are you experiencing? Just that crash I had before. So Warframe crashed and OBS crashed because of an encoder overload while streaming. The error OBS gave me was an encoder overload while streaming. I'm not that tech savvy, so I'll probably do nothing about it. That's what I needed. And then mutagen. Was this the mono? This one. Cranial 4 mounts are a problem. Bone residue. Tubercular gill system. So I need to get some of this. So I need fast residue now. It's fast now, which works out nicely. So let's go and get some of that. I guess we're going to have to do a bit of fishing. So I assume you can just see the patches from up higher, right? I've never actually gone looking for it before. Apart from doing bounties. That's my down button, but because I'm facing towards the ground, it just sends me this way. My brain doesn't like that. Okay. Isn't this the one I didn't need? I guess I thought it was backwards. That's annoying. really much point being out here then. Guess we can do the fishing. I might look up where it all comes from. Not changing, is it? Take those freebies.
Welcome to our little menagerie. Outcasts, strays, and foundlings, all welcome.
Sleep still works? Yeah. I did most of mine on Ivara and some on Equinox, and they both worked. Some Google and find out where the stuff comes from. Cranial rather, form out. Piloting the Myoxotasmata fish. I'm pretty sure I've gone hunting for these guys specifically before. So cave activity can be fat or voam, which is nice. And I think we need processed voam, yeah. What's the other one? Tubercular gill system. Can be acquired by taking fish to daughter to have them filleted. Apparently a whole bunch of them, including the one I need for the other stuff, so we'll focus on catching them. Which is cave, processed voam. I don't know how much processed voam I've got. Five, not much. Hopefully we don't need too much though. What's the name of that damn sentinel? I never remember, and I can never remember where it shows up on the list. Must be looking at it and not registering it. Oxalis, there we go. I actually have to read the name, my brain doesn't register it by the image. Weird. Imagine barely playing when you have boosters. Came back weeks ago, then last week I got all 4 login boosters. Oh, get to work. Yeah, I think I ended up buying all of them because there was so much stuff I had to do. Stay as is. Banshee I think is fine. See if we can catch a few. 1 day left. And you gotta do 7 days worth of work in 1 day. What are you doing here? I think there was a cave over here. Maybe this one that always had water in it. Water but no hotspot. Which is not good, because I don't know any other caves that have water. Last minute panic play as usual. Been there. Already went in that a minute ago. Cave over here somewhere. I feel like the hotspots were like very plentiful every other time I've come here. Thus far there's just none. I swear I just heard them like right next to me. I really need them. No water here. This does count as water, but no hotspots. Streaming a bit later than usual? No, I started at the regular time. I usually stream for another hour and 15 minutes. Same thing I've been doing for the last 40 days. I know this cave and there's no water in here. There are no hotspots even here. Oh wait, yeah there is. I'm starting to think my thing was bugged. Oh, there was another one, but I guess not.
Whatever nightmare spawned you, you're ours now.
Okay. Much luck. Improve the tranq rifle by making like the mining tool. And if you aim at the animals, make them get marked for a few seconds. We can see them through all the walls with it, right? I don't think it's too bad. Yeah, I've been in this one already. Maybe I'll go back. I don't know if going back to the node resets fishing points. Go and try. Well, she streamed an hour before this time yesterday. Well, I mean, I started streaming an hour and 45 minutes ago, and I streamed for 3 hours total. That's what I've been doing. Kind of weird. I feel forced to play when boosters are active, so it makes me not want to as much. I get that feeling too. Stay on the spot till they spawn. I have been fishing for like 20-30 minutes before and not seen the spots rotate. I don't know how long I'd have to wait for that to happen. I see them rotate in the plains, but I haven't seen them rotate here. Okay. Let's kill off all these guys. Here's the last button I try. Let's press this volume, right? See how we go. I think light orange and Deimos is mostly orange. Yeah. I think the strat I was using is I'll just fly laps until I hear it, and then hope that I'm far enough away that they pop immediately. Jesus, that caught me off guard. This is the guy I need right here. I don't know if I can stand on the water, if that's going to alert them. It's ingrained in me not to do that because of the planes. Hello? My invisible spear. Deimos fishing has always been a little weird ever since they added the update. I noticed fish sometimes never spawn unless you move around. They don't spawn where you expect. Every time I've gone fishing here, they've always spawned like in this corner in the wall here, and just in this, they'll spawn like cramped up in there. It's really bizarre because throwing the bait there, you would expect in this field of vision is where they would appear, but no. Are the rare fish actually needed for anything? I haven't done much fishing, built most of the stuff. Well, I mean, to build the pets I need this specific fish, so I would have to say yes. Can be alerted just by throwing spears, unless it's the Deimos fishing spear. Well, I got this one's completely silent. This one's barely detectable, and this one is. This one will never hear you coming, apparently. So. Sounds fun. Got a friend coming down the hallway. I don't know how many I need. I think I had 8 or 4, so was it 4 of 8? I may be able to build the things already, but I do need to build a bunch of them eventually, so. Dogs take rare fish parts. Depends on the parts you pick. Well, I assumed that they would all need some variant of the rare part, right? Completely silent is bullshit. Oh, I've noticed that they're definitely less panicky when I equip this one over the other one. Without a bait. You can see here the whole area glowing blue after I do that. When I was first fishing here, it was definitely a lot harder. I would panic a lot. These days, it's pretty rare that I see them panic at all. And Jagger, just the precept one. I don't know. I didn't really look into... Well, I didn't compare the prices or the crafting requirements for each. I just look at the one that I think makes the most sense and then build it regardless of cost. So I've got 6 of the guy I need. Ooh. Very irradiated, but he's got no friends to play with. Not entirely sure what he's doing, but... Ooh. Almost got away. Never had rad procs confuse people like this before. Maybe it's the impact procs? Maybe it's just the buggy Deimos AI. The fish don't seem too bothered. I know the Grineer shooting into the water in the plains would scare them off. Which made the flying guys a pain in the ass. Tusks, maybe? Be a focus school in the future? Is that the augment polarity you're talking about? Yeah, we got 2 fish. 2 hotspots, so I'm going to throw that on both. Don't know if that'll help or not. Fuck off. Do tap or hold mine? So slow compared to when we draw lines. So slow. Oh, you mean actually mining? I hold it. definitely worth going for the max resources per node, right? It says preset, but the normal polarities are not called that. Never noticed. Yeah, I always hold and I always go for the bonus gem. Well, I guess I didn't when I first came back, but normally I would. Holding 3 times more resources, but it's just boring. I mean, even if you're just spamming, it's not going to be fun. You might as well get the most out of it. Most out of the time you put in. Only hold when there's a small bar. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's more efficient to do it that way or not. I always assumed holding is better. If I'm ever mining, I usually have a video up on the other screen, so I'm not paying too much attention anyway. It's not so tedious. I think I'll bail as soon as this bait disappears. Really getting that many spawns. Mostly tap normal dots and hold on the bonus. I don't think I could do that knowing I was just throwing away materials. How was the arc on this thing? These fish certainly are rare. They had 5 of them show. Throat is still recovering from that water incident. 6. Alright, bait's gone. Let's get out of here. Spilt water on your desk? No, I choked and almost died trying to drink it. I'm a fucking idiot. At least on yellow ones, always got more than enough metals compared to gems. I only ever really go mining when I very specifically need something, so if I have a chance of getting more of it, then I'm definitely going to go for it.
You know what you're doing, so I'll let you get on with it.
So I needed this, and I needed this, so I think we're probably good for now. I also needed the dendrite, actually.
Until next time.
Not sure if I've got enough for it all or not. I don't know how many more dogs I have to make. There's 3 more. 1 Vulpaphyla, 2 Predicites. So 3 of each. Oh, this still needs the fast. Come on. Yeah, so I've got plenty of all this. That's good. I only need 3. Yeah, so I've got enough of that. So I just really need to farm fast residue. When you say dendrite, I keep thinking dandruff. Well, dandruff in a long time. So I'll add that to the list. Fast residue. Put it right at the top so I remember to do it. I don't know if it's going to rotate on today's stream. I guess I might do it off stream. Well, we've done what we can for that. So we'll be able to make it next time we get a rotation. Which it says in 1 hour. I swear it said that before. If it's Volume in 59 minutes, it's fast now, but I think the drops are not the way that I think they would be. Right? As if you can have dandruff with that hair. I've definitely had it when I was younger. But I don't shampoo or condition, I just use basically body wash for everything. Let's just find a spot and confirm that things are the way I think they are. This is volume, right? That's not what I want. Grab these and then we'll get out of here. Caveman? Yeah. I'll say no to a few. Need to stock up on that fast stuff, just keep going in and out since the patches keep respawning. I just need to be in the right day-night cycle. It's not currently. Just going to do some more on my sister. Stuff on the ground is opposite of what the rotation is. If it's Verm, they'll be fast, yeah. That seems weird to me. I was expecting it to be the other way. So I guess I can't make a dog to level up at the moment. I'll run with this for a while. He's a big fan of the evasion it gives you, so run with it a bit more and see if I can actually notice it. We're good. Sometimes no attachments is the best attachment. Regards to what?
Finally, some competent administration.
Ah, Zaku kind of hard to customize. None of the attachments sit right. I find that for most frames, the attachments just look like shitty stickers. It's very rare for me to actually like an attachment. Because the dominant worm kills the other, so when the dominant... Yeah, that makes sense. What does this sister have? The... Spirex? Me and most of my family have the baldness curse. I mean, it's not a curse. I suspect I'll go bald. Maybe not the near future, but probably starting already. I think as soon as it starts, I'll just shave everything off and go full bald. I don't really care that much. I do have a weird shaped head though, so I imagine it would be more noticeable when I'm bald. Could be interesting. You can always tattoo your head. True, I'm not sure what I would put on it. I wanted to get a few tattoos for a while, but haven't really gotten around to it. No more dog spawns.
That's my shit.
Tattoo hair? I don't think so. That would look awful. The only tattoo I've seen on a head, and I think it was just a photo I saw on the internet, but someone was balding I forget where, but they... Imagine you got a bald spot on the front. They tattooed like a lawnmower, like running along, as if it was to make a joke out of the fact that they're going bald. And I quite respected that. Need a good roll. Have to get another impact spirits to get mine higher. I need Brahma. Yeah, I don't really care about that too much. I'm just getting it for the sake of getting it. I'm not going to max them out. Are you helping viewers right now? Not really. I'm just working on a sister. Was I on solo then? People are welcome to join me, but I've really gone out of my way to do so. Just trying to work my way through the list of all the things after a farm since coming back. It's fairly extensive. I guess that's the thing streamers would probably do a lot, right? If you've got everything done in Warframe but you still want to stream it, what do? You just do a stream all about helping viewers achieve whatever it is they need. It's kind of an interesting concept. Not really sure what I would end up doing. They do, yeah. I haven't really watched much Warframe streaming, to be honest. I watched a bit of Brozyme back in the day. Not much, but a little bit. I have... No. He's landing. Brozyme when I was newer. I don't even remember any other streamers, to be honest. What else is there? DK Diamentes, I don't know how to pronounce that. A little bit of him, a little bit of Quiet Shy. A bit of Zilt. X3LP, how do you pronounce that? I joined, but my net does not like Australia. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really mind. So I'm just stream doing their stuff and have viewers ask questions. I don't know if that would be enough to carry a stream for me. I don't feel like I'm interesting enough for that. I'm really going into their game to carry through content, do relics, eidolons, etc. Zob is just waiting for when we kill or save Lotus. I haven't talked to him or watched his stuff in a while. I don't really watch any Warframe on YouTube. I think he was sort of falling out of love with it back when I left. Streamed once, minimum connection OBS would allow, and it would cut out constantly. Not the best, hang on. We're on public. Not the best viewer experience then. I did try streaming before my net got upgraded to the NBN, and it just wasn't a thing I could do. Just like constant stuttering. Do it. Stopped Warframe, now he's doing vids on more everyday stuff, like vlogs. The hell? I've never been in here before. I guess I have, but I've never been through this vent then. Interesting. Flynn and Brozime are currently doing the new player playthrough. Nice. I think Brozime's done that a few times. Before. I think I have watched a bit of Flynn. He always had pretty decent music going. I may have to resort to the new player run through at some point. The main thing I don't want to do with that is... Actually, there's quite a lot actually. I don't want to do focus. I don't want to do the platform on a new account. Pretty much all the other gameplay I think is fine. But without Xena, you know, I rely on that quite a bit. I guess I would just go back to the Rage Hunter Adrenaline reliance. Done it every other year, yeah. Warframe just isn't very popular anymore. Right. Yeah, I guess I've never really paid attention to the view side of it.
Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
I guess if you're doing it for a living. The only time I really noticed anything different, like it was pretty steady growth the whole time I was doing YouTube. And then as soon as Fortuna came out, I went from making like... I was making like $100 a week or something from YouTube. And then Fortuna came out and I was making like $300 or $400 a week, even though I only put out a few videos. Just the viewer interest spiked like crazy. That was the only time it ever really kind of jumped out into my face. What's up, Moggle? Have you used the helmet ability that helped you find rare crates? Not yet. I unlocked it yesterday, but I haven't actually used it yet. I do want to, just haven't gotten around to it. I think most frames I use now have some kind of subsumed ability on them. Bloom on a lot, dispensary on a lot. Once New War comes out, people might come back. This Warframe streamers DE themselves. But DE still pulls in pretty crazy numbers, right? Doesn't surprise me. Ooh, hello.
Thinking, power and thoughts. Powerful still.
Damn it. The second I start channeling, I jump into a nullifier.
What if you kill me and I just come back even more powerful? Is that what you want? Is it? No, I am actually going to hurt quite badly.
Wasn't expecting to get that.
Proven true, sister. A promotion is in order.
Used to watch people play the game blind every month. A month since anyone decent played the game with commentary. The only person I wanted to watch... Well, I guess I didn't really want to watch it. It just happened to be that I was looking at the time they were playing and it was Moist Critical, Charlie. And he was basically doing the second dream. And basically the first dream I watched was him completing the second dream and finding out the biggest twist in the game. And he was just the whole time thanking donations and looking at his phone. He wasn't looking at the screen or paying attention or anything. And then he's just like, oh yeah, I don't ever learn the lore from watching or playing the game. I'll just go and read the wiki later. And that immediately turned me off watching people play that. I was like, okay, I'm never watching him stream this game again. It's like the one moment you got to pay attention to. The whole chat screaming at him like, pay attention, pay attention. Oh yeah, I just don't care. I'll read it later. What the fuck are you playing it for? Didn't even realize he played the game. I don't know how long for. That was literally the first and last stream I've watched of him. Pretty good YouTuber, but
Why are you trying to crack top?
I don't typically watch much in the way of streams anyway.
Are you deranged?
The views, maybe. He also pissed off a lot of streamers with the first incarnation of Twitch stream drop system. Really? I never had a problem with that. Big streamers can't play the game, the whole game is gifted to them. Yeah, I think you can disable that now though, right? I did, what would that be? Gameplay? I receive gifts, turn that off. I think I watched Carnage play a little bit, and he was just getting pumped with gifts, and I think he was, I don't know if it was him or not, but someone was refusing all of them. For that reason that they wanted to play the game, but they were getting like hundreds of them, which is crazy. I don't know if he was paid. No idea. What am I doing here, Parazon? Seeing new players do the quest is fun, especially if you know them. Something else. Mock C is a Borderlands streamer that recently started Warframe. So... Oh shit, I did the same 2 stabs twice. I'm a fucking idiot. Why did I do that? Is there one? Is this Jahu? So we know that goes there. And we know Jahu goes somewhere. Damn it. Looks like he got sponsored to play. Never really understood the value of sponsoring people to play games that are as big as this. You might be reaching out to their 10, 20, 30,000 viewers, but if you have a player, well, maybe not a player base, but if you have, you know, millions and millions of accounts, I feel like your reach must be bigger than the streamer's reach, right? It's embarrassing to watch popular people getting paid to play, like that Mark guy. Markiplier is the only Mark I know. I used to watch a lot of Achievement Hunter. I guess they're called Let's Play as well. And he sponsored them to come in and play Conclave and Lunaro. They were supposed to focus on Lunaro. They gave him a bunch of platinum to go and buy frames and skins and shit. And then, yeah, it's kind of a cringy stream. I think they enjoyed it, but it's Lunaro, right? It's a real shame. I really would have liked to have seen them play the rest of the game back when I was pretty big fans of them. But all they did was the Conclave stuff. Engaging combat. I don't think I've watched Markiplier play anything. I've always known about him, and I've probably tried a few videos. I feel like he's got that like really boisterous kind of energy that's aimed at, I guess, younger people. I don't really vibe with that. I think probably a big part of that is I've never ever in my entire life reacted the way that they do to every single little thing that happens. So it's like, how can I possibly relate? Because all my reactions are very muted and they're exploding every time anything happens. It just seems so either impossible or ingenuine. Like, they may really be like that, but my brain just can't fathom it. Huge money. He's a memer, yeah. Well, he did that other... made another YouTube channel, right? Deleted it at 1 million subs. Never watched any of that, but that was a big thing for a while. Chill guy, be the chill guy? Yeah, I'm not gonna fake anything. I mean, I guess it makes sense if you are very familiar with what your demographic wants and you're aiming for, you know, the younger audience, which is a huge percentage of YouTube apparently. I'm not shitting on them for doing it, it's just not my thing. I'm not here for views or growth or anything. So I'm not going to play with the meta.
I'll put these to responsible use, which is more than you would have
I
done.
have to wonder what would give DE more players in the long run to improve the new player experience or to pay influencers to pull in people that stay for a short time. I mean, investing in the product, surely. Apparently, I was watching a guy who basically studies all MMOs. He's been playing MMOs his whole life, and he's doing series finding the best and worst that have ever existed. He's like a full-on games critique guy. And apparently he was quoting studies and saying that most people will only ever commit an hour and 20 minutes to a game. So you've got 80 minutes to grab people before they'll never touch your stuff again. So like you really got to work on that. Like a super common argument is that the game gets better after 100 hours, or the anime gets better 40 hours in. But people are only going to give you 80 minutes of their time to make an impression. I find I give them 20 minutes. So. He had pretty good things to say about the new player experience for Warframe, as I remember. Not perfect, but decent compared to a lot of the other things he has to compare to. There is some garbage out there for sure. Did you watch his follow-up video called something like It Gets Better After 100 Hours? Yeah, I did. He's the British guy that's always holding his mug.
We cannot let our target know we're here.
He has Warframe as its thumbnail? Really? I was watching... I mean, I only found him like a couple of weeks ago, maybe. I had no idea he played Warframe at all. And all of a sudden the autoplay was him talking about the game that I've put 6,000 hours into. Ooh, I'm gonna die here.
Excellent work. We'll interrogate
Missed.
the captives back in place. Your part is done to the Heartless walkers are heading to your location.
He's a pretty solid creator. Mashed on YouTube does sponsored animated videos in Warframe. Classic marketing. I think that's probably a decent way to go about it. I was definitely a fan of the mashed animations I've seen. Very high quality. I feel like it makes a lot more sense to make that kind of content on a sponsorship than to just go and play the game itself. I'm gonna die again. Oh. Keep forgetting I'm playing against level 90 mobs. Can't really stand still as Banshee.
I'll put these to responsible use.
Direction after Vor's prize is still non-existent. That's basically what he ran into. The tutorial was really good, like ingrained, like built into the game, so you're not stuck reading text or whatever. You put in a situation where it teaches you something, and then you have to execute that something, so you learn by doing. And then, yeah, after that quest, basically just dropped into the world. I think he said that the mod system was sort of shown to you, but not really explained to you. So it didn't teach you by doing the way that the game was doing before that. And then didn't really have any direction at all.
Observe.
Which I think is pretty fair criticism.
Belongs to Parvos Graham first, to the Corpus
You
Administration.
have to do spies for
second,
Nightwave, so.
And to you, not at all.
Side quest was good, then it drops off. Yep. For the leading figures of the BL and Destiny Twitch community. Gotha Lion and Broman? Consultants for Warframe?
Break into
I'm not sure what that even
any
means.
vault and steal any intelligence files you find.
Haven't heard about those two though. I think the only streamers I've watched...
Nobody knows
So I've watched Warframe, obviously. I've watched chess. Watch a fair bit of chess. Not really streams. I mean, I guess some streams, but mostly videos. I watch Barbarous King, who does Mario Maker and basically any new content that comes out. I think of all the streamers, he's the only one that I really watch do any kind of variety. And even then, it's usually just VODs that he uploads. I don't really... Like, if I go to watch a stream, I'm never actually going to talk to the streamer, so it kind of defeats the purpose of going, right? I don't get anything out of doing that. Excuse me, dog? Give me my damn gun back. How annoying.
you're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
They fucked up when they commissioned the Warframe animation from MASH, where they did Railjack, because the video is obviously showing what DE told us we'd get, but never delivered. Oof. I don't think I've seen that one then. The only MASH one I've seen is the like 0 to 100 or whatever it is. Look that up after this. Curious. I feel like the Railjack we've got now is more or less what they promised, though, right? I know it wasn't on launch, but I think it's solid now. Paid by DE to help improve the Twitch Warframe community and help creators be more successful. Okay. Adding liches to Railjack was going to be there day one when they first presented it. Yeah, well. They always promise way more than they deliver day one. Doesn't surprise me at all.
Clean extraction with no alarms.
So I don't have squad link in Railjack, which I'm totally fine with because the Orphix event clearly showed it didn't work. I wasn't around for that, but I've definitely never thought that that would be very good. I think they showed it in the open world that you could call in a Railjack crew, set up like a beacon, and then some other random Railjack squad will see it and come down and help. Might as well all just be AI though, because players are never anything special. Open world to Railjack, yeah. I did forget about that little feature. Yeah, Lich's day one was certainly a mess. I think they're okay now. Maybe a bit slow, but the system overall is fine.
The alarms now. The enemy will start destroying data.
Yeah, they are going faster here. Yeah, I wasn't going crazy.
Data destruction is
God damn it. That camera is always facing my direction if I go fast, but I always try and beat it. Never works because it always sees you the second you poke, but
everything we came for. Get to extraction.
my brain just won't accept defeat.
these to responsible use, which is more than you would have done.
Anyone remember how Nef Anyo was bombing Fortuna? So they used to show it off. Don't remember that. Remember the intro. I just remember them walking to like the top of a really snowy peak and then the Railjack coming in to get them. And I remember being pretty impressed by how big the Railjack was relative to the Warframe. I think a big part of why I enjoyed that so much was the crowd though. The crowd was screaming their head off. Certainly into it. Yeah, screaming their heads off makes more sense. Get rid of this dash, throw another V in there. You got innate heat on this, which is nice. Horizon mod which gives invis on console hack is really useful for spy cameras. Yeah, I could see that. I don't think I've got it yet, do I? Also, did I... No, I didn't need to swap that. Don't have it on here for sure. Sprint speed. I feel like this is really good. This is okay. I mean, this is good unless you're trying to speedrun, in which case it's slower than a Cypher. I don't really know if this is good or not. Parazon mod that revives your pet after you get a certain amount of Parazon kills. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever use that. Do spy again. I think I have to do 3, right? 2. One thing about the Warframe universe I noticed really early on is that the universe is so stale. Nothing we do changes anything. Status quo, and I don't think New War will change this. It would be a quest and then nothing will change.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information.
Yeah, I agree.
You're still in the clear.
I highly doubt that they will be able to change something so big with a single update. I think the whole point has been, like lore-wise, it's always been that we want the status quo between the Corvus and Grineer, right? We don't ever want to kill them. Like, genocide them, I guess. I guess you would say that by... You don't want to commit genocide on either, because you don't want one to become too powerful. That was the idea. I guess if we're powerful enough to destroy one, we could destroy both. But we're really going to wipe out 2 entire civilizations. Yeah. Oh, good death. See you later. Oh, hello.
We kill them all the time.
Haven't we already technically wiped out one, the Orokin? I mean, I don't think we really did that, did we? Infested did that long before we got here. And then we may have killed a couple, but it's not like we really destroyed everything. I think we might get her this time.
I'm gonna throw up.
Took an arrow to the knee.
An embarrassing mistake. And what do we
Both knees.
do, sisters? We shred them.
Alright. Got that done, which means I don't need to worry about killing any more dogs. Let's just get this mission done.
Console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Shit.
Alarms have been triggered. You need to retrieve that data
there before I get knocked on my ass.
You got it. The gate is still intact.
And roll quickly enough. Who's gonna have a power vacuum? Yeah. Rather than infested, didn't the Orokin kind of destroy themselves? I don't really remember the lore enough. I know they certainly didn't make the best decisions, right?
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and we will start destroying the data. Excellent work. A clean extraction.
Nicholas Battles and the Zaramon journey became impotent and couldn't bear kids. Lotus Natar controlled us. We killed a good bit of the high-ranking Orokin. Some died from how far things went badly. You trying to give me a stroke, or? I think the Warframe lore is fascinating. I just don't really have the mind to like memorize and cross-reference it all. I think they have done a pretty good job at world building it. Maybe. Thanks.
Console is nearby.
Some spaghetti movement right there.
The enemy will
Would have been a sortie reset. There's that camera that gets me every time. That worked. I didn't think it would. Well, that's nice to know. I also swear that used to be on the other side.
extracted. It's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
I assume that still disables all of their abilities. I found that very interesting when I first learned about it. I think early sortie days, because I was having real trouble, I think, killing them on the ambulance mission. And found out you could just turn them into a regular enemy by doing that. Kinda neat. So that's the 3 spies done.
And that's my share. See? We can work together.
So I guess we're going to go do the railjack to kill the sister off. So maybe the flux rifle will be better than the synapse for that at some point.
For a while, but you can stop that.
I should just put together a loadout really for this, but whatever. So radiation magnetic cold. I might just take this and try it. What am I missing here? This still needs more former. I don't have crit stuff. %60%. That doesn't have innate cold. So radiation magnetic. Then I can put crit on. Critical delay plus vital acceleration. Yeah, I may swap that over. Obviously I need to put more former on this, but I'm just thinking what I'm taking now. Radiation magnetic. Should be fine, right? I think the weapon I usually take has corrosive magnetic. 200% primary crit chance invigoration on Banshee. Yes. Okay, how often the Kuvelich dialogue plays. Hearing dialogue from them because maybe 40 hours of hearing it sucks. Well, all the ones I'm hearing from the sisters are still relatively new, so I'm not too bothered by it. So I think we're taking this. I think we're going to take the Huras this time. See if it survives or not. I don't think I need to take anything else. Let's take the glaive just in case I want to nuke some aerial. I guess clear the trash, I could use that. This is all I need, right? Okay. I was thinking of the Spectres having Gloom, but this one doesn't have Gloom. Should be fine, but every time I've fought the Lich lately, it's been a pain in the butt. I guess the sister, rather. Two cruise ships.
Tino, are you demented? Do you have the slightest idea how many lethal weapons are on this thing? Should I send you over the documentation? Fire torpedoes!
I didn't realize this secondary can rock puncture.
Your proud moment has come. Find a squadron number one more than the last one.
Not super quick, but it does proc it. Borders.
Let's
Add borders.
cruise ship. That'll keep 'em busy.
I think getting nodes in cruise ship is by far the best ones you can get. I hate when you have to go and do the optional objectives. I guess the secondary objectives.
Have faith, sister. When your time comes, your sister shall sing. But your time is not yet.
You're making a big mistake here, Tenno. I'm a strong, confident sister at the height of her power. And you're not.
When Huras kick in.
Coopers, please. The little eyes in their squashed up faces. Oh, I don't want that to be the last thing I see. Self-destruct activated. All personnel evacuate.
Okay.
Oh no! Hurry, everyone! Let's all get off this ship before it explodes!
Sister, your desire has been rewarded with protection from brother.
You know, I thought that would do a lot more damage after all those stacks.
May they be your shields.
Mighty Parvos, my desire this day is not to die, and I
Maybe that other beam weapon is like so much
come just
like
around
crazy better than
and
this.
skinned and spread out on the office floor. No, it's looking at me.
Oof.
Your guards have fallen. If you too must fall, accept a grievous price.
Yeah.
I think we both knew how this
I've been
was
silenced, so I
going.
can't use abilities, which is kind of annoying.
Get back up and fight, you useless object!
Not sure why, because there's no specters left.
Call a cleaning drone. Look, I am actually going to hurt you quite badly. It's only fair to let
Can't use operator, can't use abilities. Definitely something going on with the sister I don't understand. Every time I come here, there's some weird new mechanic fucking me up. Uh-oh. There we go. Will I kill her, or will she just nuke me again?
You'll meet a bad end. You will.
You got her.
Boys always do.
Is your sister drunk? I have no idea. Okay. Just realized how contextual my question was, yeah. I reckon I will take the other gun again next time. It's weird how much damage that thing does relative to everything else I've taken.
Launching torpedo. And
Bob and
that's
Knob, yeah. Blob of time. Let's get out of here. Blob of lime. Yes. So I took the synapse last time, and it completely deletes them. Hey. But, yeah, the flux rifle didn't really compete. Which I think is weird. So I don't really remember the synapse ever being that good, but apparently it is. Is this counted as a beam weapon? Because it fires like an automatic. Varber Knobhound. Good. Garuda. I really like the idea of having her subsumed for a 2, but now that Gloom exists, I guess it's not as good. Because that gives you health restore anyway, right? Let's go and see if that was a new dog. Raiju Core is not new. It's already Raiju. Unsell that. Synapse has ridiculous crit chance and higher disposition. Right. Well, I don't have a Riven on mine, and it still does crazy damage to that chick. Yep. Get rid of that. Swap back to whatever we were leveling, just the dagger. I think this is maxed. Just realized my Spotify crashed. The hell is going on today? I wonder if that went down when OBS did. Just didn't notice it until now. Another V on there. Maybe we put a D on there. Just do the D for now, because you know I'm going to run that anyway. But the crit mods for rifles aren't even V. 1V, 1 dash. Planet Flux rifle was made into an automatic weapon instead of a beam weapon. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. The Chimmed Blood Altar is okay. Who would you use it on? Maybe that the DR on Sisters works the same way as with Thumpers. In this case, your damage will be reduced based on how much damage the weapon does. I don't know. There's definitely I guess I don't need the beam mod here, do I? I can still put this here. Does that mean it works for this? Because now I'm confused. I'll take the synapse next time. Zaku? What about him? Oh, you mean the healing thing? I think all of Zaku's abilities are fine though, right? That's a secondary. Not really a huge fan of how a lot of weapons carry over. It looks good on the Brahma and everything else is kind of okay, but nothing great. It's a good crit and good status. But it is a single fire weapon, right? Kinetic heat. We add radiation that combines, which is annoying. Magnetic viral heat, I guess we'll run for now. Think of it as a Lex Prime with explosive rounds. I do like me a Lex Prime. See a streamer just go Blood Altar and let Zaku shoot with the stolen weapons, being AFK. I mean, I guess you can do that. That's interesting. You hate this weapon? Oh, I've got to give it a shot. I have to put 5 Former into it, whether I like it or not, so there's that. Blood Altar on a Hydroid while doing an Endless. It didn't go as well as I hoped. Not really sure what I think of Hydroid at the moment. Now that Corrosive's been nerfed and how his Undertow got nerfed from his Augment. Voam in 6 minutes. Basically stop in 6 minutes, so... I guess we'll go and do a... Well, hang on. I wanted to do this. Let's go and do that. Go and pick up the A10. Maybe do a Steel Path Incursion or 2, and then I'll call it. I'll bounce on that wall, apparently.
Hey, did you hear, Tenno? I'm turning everyone's Iatan treasures into endo. Interested?
It's crazy to me that people actually do that.
If you're looking for Maru's... Do I have any lead? I knew it. Okay, let's do this.
Hydroid needs a serious re-examining. I think his abilities are okay. Maybe his 2's a bit meh, but you can use it in his 3. But you used to be able to suck everyone into your Undertow and then strip them with his 1. And there's pretty decent synergy between them all, but they changed it so that Corrosive can't fully strip and that your 1 can't hit enemies in your 3 anymore. So, seems like a pretty severe nerf to a frame that didn't really need any nerfing.
There's no doubt in my mind that an Iatan treasure lies somewhere in this derelict.
What's up, Slew? Slush? Sloosh? Slush?
Place for all the Iatan in the system.
Past level 250 he has no place. 99.9% of players will never go past level 200, so... I don't find that argument to be particularly compelling.
Check are not nearby. It will only attack when it senses high concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away.
It seems that disruption is the main form of going for any kind of endless now, which is, the, in my opinion, the easy mode. I think I scanned all of these at some point.
Heavy infestation ahead.
Huh. I had one missing from that group apparently, and it just happened to be that one. Happened to be the one that I checked. Whole level cap or super high level stuff is a bad argument. Yeah.
It's safe to proceed.
I basically just try everything against level 175 in the simulacrum. And that's basically as high as you'll ever see just doing regular content. Like Steel Path Eximus would be about that level. That's really it. This image here looks really weird to me for some reason. This looks off kilter, I don't know. Especially when endurance and high level runs give no scaling rewards. Oh well. Scott was very adamant that we don't reward people for doing that. Just skip. Whatever reasons. Dev team have this view that Warframe should be experienced in 15-minute intervals, as I remember them saying that. So all of their content is designed for you to play for 15 minutes and then do something else, or step away or go back to your ship or whatever, and then go back in for another 15 minutes. And they don't, yeah, bite-sized content, and they don't want to give anyone incentive for staying longer in a mission than that. So that was their justification for never giving scaling rewards. Meaningful ones, at least. Really digging into my old memory to come up with that one. Images in Foundry are bugged. Random stuff gets stretched. A few hours of arbitration survival every now and then in solo so I can pause and take a break. Every endurance run I've done for any level of endurance had to be in solo because I'll play for like 30 minutes and then get completely bored. Won't touch it for 6 hours. I'm back. I need any particular mission here? 20 waves of defense I'm not going to do right now. Corpus hijack. We'll do that. I want to see if my Loki strat works on Corpus or not. Oh, just got like a super painful twinge in my neck. Doing absolutely nothing. Let's go and see what happens. Actually, just that they don't want casuals to feel forced into harder content and players getting things. Yeah. Speaking of which, I can confirm that Glaive Prime has no problem whatsoever to kill a level 1000 infested. Glaive Prime is stupid powerful at the moment. Although infested aren't particularly difficult to kill in my experience.
Worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
Have to move quickly. Once the Corpus realize what we are trying to do, they will use everything they can to stop us.
Glaive OP, yeah. So I don't think there's going to be a bubble on this one. It's my hope. Nice.
But wait, the Corpus has interrupted its power cell. Hold on, I will reconfigure the robot to draw power from the shields.
I'm curious what happens if they're all melee. Does this stay on the ship? It does. It's going on a stroll. Not sure how that guy got on, but sure. Do they regenerate their weapons? I guess I can't strip that guy. I don't really want to shoot him because I'm afraid that they'll one-shot me. Ooh, damn, I'm getting fucked up.
Keep going. That rover's contents will be a huge boost to our cause.
It's weird to me that you stop completely if you go into operator, even though I've still got shields left on this guy. Now we're zooming. Probably is it only in sortie? Maybe. That may be the case, and my memory is just... I guess most of my playtime has been in sorties, so I just assume it's everywhere. Yeah. Wait. Don't have the glaive.
You have almost reached the extraction.
Until Tennicon Loki was the most expensive frame. It's over 400. I found out that the wolf sets are worth quite a lot now. So I'm sitting on like 1500 platinum worth of wolf sets without even... You know, I never even farmed it for platinum. I was just speedrunning it at the time. Sets now gone for like 250 platinum a pop. Certainly surprised when I found that out. Oh wait, nullifier.
Do not let the corpus destroy the rover.
Well, worked pretty well. Definitely took a lot of damage. The Grenier one was much more satisfying, seeing it was suspended. Galvanized mods only partially fix primary secondary. The main problem is still present. Ammo economy. Every time I do a longer survival and try to use primary secondary only, I always, without a doubt, end up running out of ammo. You can always throw a mutation mod on there as well, right? I think the longest one I did where I was trying not to use melee, I took the lens, and that did fine. But I only got up to like level 500 or something. Somewhere around there. Then this is when self-damage was a thing, so then I blew myself up and game over. I think that's all I have to do. I'm gonna end stream. Gone 5 minutes over, not too bad. You don't have to do anything else here. Don't have to do any standing stuff. Yep. So I'll be back tomorrow. Same time. We're hanging out. Run both. Never run out of ammo. See you next time.